Hi Scorpio, welcome to your week ahead tarot with me, Raphael from Reydiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. Quick note, these readings are for your sun, moon and ascendant sign. So whether you're a sun, moon or rising sign Scorpio, is for you. Remember, they're general readings. Not everything's going to resonate with everybody. That is just fine. You should always use your own discernment. Before we start, as always, I would like to bless my decks of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance, and I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise. They help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So if you are a continued subby, you know Rafi loves you. If you're new to my channel, please don't forget to like, share, and if you should so choose and this resonates, hit the subscribe button. So your jumping card is the lover's card. So first and foremost, love, relationship, partnership, your significant other if you have one, your intended if you have one, right? Like sometimes we might not have a partner, but we might have our eye on someone. All of these things are going to be very much in the forefront over the course of this week, right? So your relationship, your big sort of love, heart-based significant other relationship will be very much a part of this week. For those of you that are single and looking to mingle, this could be that week. Now, that's being said, remember the Lover's card at the base level, it really does represent choice, right? So you could, in all of these different areas of your life, we make hundreds of choices a day, thousands actually, that's apparently. But this suggests that in all of these areas, you will need to be making some pretty hefty choices this week. Now, for your actions and options, you've got the Page of Wands. So this is, because it's in your actions and options, this is really, it's about what you do, right? What you enact, what you put forward out into the world. And one of the things that comes up with this is your... the Page of Wands it really is about messages, right? And it can represent a messenger. And so because you've got this in your actions and options and you've got the Lover's card here, if you're single, this week I kind of feel like you take the bull by the horns, you take the reins into your own hands and you kind of launch into it and say, look, you know what? I really like you. I would like to do something about this. Another way that this could also show up is that some creative idea or endeavor of yours may actually stand a chance of becoming something real or tangible if you are willing to buddy up or partner up. So this is about going above and beyond and actually asking for some kind of help or support. For your communications and conversations, you've got the Six of Pentacles. So what do we see here? The Lover's card is number 6. Six of Pentacles, two sixes. Two sixes represents irritability or balance. In this regard, I think it's balance. And because it's the Six of Pentacles, this is like... this week, if there's something that you need, if there is something that you want to ask for or want assistance with, people are feeling that much more charitable towards you this week, right? It's also a great week for you to barter. If there's something that you want, but you're like, you know what, I don't know if I've got the money to pay for that or whatever the case might be, this would be a really good week to do some kind of swapsy, all right? So really fantastic. When it comes to your... those of you that are studying or in some form of academia, an idea of yours could gain some really amazing traction this week. And I will say, if you put... not even put the feelers out, like if you're really honest with yourself about the fact that you might not be able to do it all on your own, you will be surprised how very quickly people really rally behind you to assist you or to support your idea getting out into the world. If you are employed by somebody else, it's not necessarily pay rise energy, but it is definitely like there's a bonus in here. If you're bold enough to ask for it and kind of highlight something that you've done, this could bode very well for you. And then when it comes to for those of you that are business owners, your Six of Pentacles is a really strong foundation for building a culture of reciprocity, right? So between you and another company, between you and a colleague, you know, maybe somebody that's in the same industry as you but isn't an employee, there's a chance here for you to really build a connection. I will say as well, for some of you, and you know, this obviously you have to gauge this, there's potentially some kind of reconciliation this week if you're prepared to make an apology. I don't know who needs to hear that, but it seems to be a very prominent message. So if you're able to do so, then do. If not, then don't. For those of you that are retired and no longer working, for any number of reasons, this could be maybe not necessarily finding another revenue stream, but it could be about how you use your time more effectively that eventually goes on to become lucrative in some way. There's also a conversation around resources this week. When it comes to your love and relationships, you've got the Four of Cups. So if you have an intended, this week, open, honest communication is going to do it. This usual sort of reading the undercurrents and heavily suggesting things from the emotional sphere and all of that, that usual scorpionic stuff that you do is not going to cut it this week. I'm just going to tell you straight up, if there's something that you want this week, you're going to have to ask for it. It's the Four of Cups. Snap out of your funk. Be honest with yourself about what you want or where you're at. And for those of you that are partnered, tell them. Don't expect them to read your mind or to see that you're, in a bit of a tizzy. Just tell them or ask for what it is that you want. For those of you that are single, same diff, right? None of this hiding behind the scenes stuff. I get it. You're Scorpios. You can't change who you are. But at the same time, there are times where coming forward to say, look, this is what I want or this is what I need. Not everybody reads people or emotions or whatever the case might be as well as you do. So this week, it's really about getting out of your own way emotionally. For your money and materials, you have the Ace of Swords. So a new contract of some sort is coming in that potentially is quite lucrative. It looks like this is something that's been on the cards for the last month. It's like something that you've been trying to sort of get over the finish line goes ahead this week. And financially, it could be a win-win for everybody that's involved. When it comes to your physical health and vitality, if you've been waiting on test results or things like biopsies, etc., this week it's very likely that you will get the official letter. You'll be getting a message of some sort that kind of tells you how you're going to proceed. And then finally, when it comes to your home and environment, if you've been looking to close on a home, if you've been waiting for funds to be released, all of that kind of stuff, this week it will go ahead. All right, so good luck with all of that. With that said, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. If you would like to book a personal reading with me, you can do so on the link in the description box below. Take care, and I'll see you soon.